title this one Alchemy, the Nose. Alchemy, the Nose. What's up, conscious breathers? What's going on? What's going on? I like that music. All right, I'll add this to my IG live playlist. You can find the playlist anytime I go live and people like the music. I'm literally adding it to my YouTube playlist. That sage. That sage. Are you still burning the sage?
Yes.
That sage. When you sneeze only with the nose. Have you guys ever noticed when you sneeze, you squeeze your pelvic floor? It's an involuntary action. It's part of it. It's a subconscious release as well. So you really have no control over it, really. Bless me, thank you. That's sage. So we're talking about alchemy and the nose. The nose. When you look at the nose, you see two holes. You have your yin, your yang. You have the right, and you have the left. And again, I want to remind what alchemy means to me and why I named it Alchemy breathwork. Is to turn every breath into gold. Instead of turning every metal into gold, is turn every breath into gold. And to take quote unquote alkaline breaths is mostly with the nose. In alchemy, we only use the nose. So there's only there's like 1.1 out of all the techniques, out of everything I teach. There's only one time we only use the mouth, and that's with organ breathing. But even with organ breathing, you're literally recycling breaths anyway, in hindsight, if you really think about it. And that's why Michelle, if she's on here, she had a hip injury, and she said it really, really helped her. Well, think about it. It's like activated charcoal. You are made up of everything in the universe. You are literally made up of everything in the universe. So beyond the physical, when you look at auras, or if you can look at auras, if you truly can look at auras, you won't see a defined color all the time. If you have the vision to see auras all the time, you'll get to the point where you don't just see a defined color. You are seeing changing colors all at once happening. And what is that? That, in some cultures, they may call that the Akashic records, literally on your body, in your aura, in your auric field. Same applies to the breath. The breath is the pen to the Akashic Records. It is one of the pens to the Akashic Records. If you look at breath, breath is the closest thing to the blood. On the inhales and on the exhales, you're literally pumping the blood. 70% of blood is in your stomach. So, if many of you maybe are familiar with something like blood over intent. What is blood over intent? Or when you look at certain quote-unquote rituals and it gives quote-unquote sacrifice, they use the blood of the animal or the blood of a sacrifice to manifest, if you will, what they want or what they quote-unquote desire. And there's another way to do blood over intent, which is moving your blood. And when you move your blood, that is breath work. You're literally pumping the blood because 70% of it is in your stomach. It's where your lungs are. The lungs pump the blood, not the heart. The lungs pump the blood. So if you have healthy circulation, you have a healthy circulation in your perception of reality, and it will get healthier and healthier the more alkaline breaths you take. That's why when you go to Vipassana retreats, I forgot how you say it, Vipassana or Vipassana. You go to those retreats, what are you doing most of the time? You're not allowed to talk. You're really not allowed to talk. So most of you, your mouth will get dry to the point where it just seals off itself. And you're only breathing mostly with your nose this whole entire time, just quiet, listening to the beautiful essence of your own inhales coming from your nose more than your mouth in terms of talking. Like even in between videos, or even when I talk to somebody, I do a little mini breathwork session. But we go over in Alchemy in terms of strengthening your root while you talk, so at least you're getting a really good workout in that aspect. Where could I purchase the Blue Hand? The company I got it from, it's a Chinese company because I had to translate Chinese just to get this. They ran out of this, and I got it like the beginning of, like the end of last year. Got it because I saw Raw with it. I saw Raw with it going to the doctor because the doctor had it. I'm like, man, I'll take my chance of like trying to find it again, because you literally have to I translated Chinese just to find this again. Like, I've been looking for this for years, and then when I finally saw Raw with it at the doctor, it's a specialized doctor that does the Padai. I saw him do it, and that just encouraged me. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna just literally translate Chinese and try to find this, and I finally did. And it was only like six left, and then when everyone kept asking me about it, I looked on eBay. It's not there, but in the members group, somebody posted the link. I'm gonna have to scroll all the way up to find that. If anybody is there with the link, or anyone from the members group that's here with the link, I think Dane, if you have the link, I maybe believe that you purchased one. I'm not sure if you did or not, but if you could post it in here and I'll pin it, because people keep asking me about this. That would be helpful. But the one that a member found, we kind of found at the same time, but the one that she found, it only has the dots on one side and none on the back. Well, that's fine. It's the same thing. This is literally similar to cupping. I literally seen a crippled man come into the workshop and literally walked without the cane afterwards. But going back to alchemy, there it is, alchemy. When you're doing this, you're releasing any blockages. It's one of my favorite night workouts, if you will, because I work out during the day too. Now my chest is becoming more pumped out. I'm working a lot more. I don't know. I think it's time that I work out a lot more. so why not? You know, growing in mass slowly isn't doing it for me. I want to just see how far, not how far, but how faster I can just grow in mass, because I'm still growing in mass. In terms of the manifestation week, Dane, because I see you here. Yeah, when the letting go week is over with, the manifestation week comes in, and that's what I focus on. And that's the power of neuroplasticity. I barely had to do any quote-unquote work in terms of growing in mass. People wouldn't even believe me in that aspect, but Miami University has the facts to prove it. I didn't, but I have a friend in China who may get me a connection for them. Yo, yeah, keep me up to date, because I only have friends in Burma. I don't have friends in China anymore, so because they all went to Burma to stay. It helps sustain pain from the outside, right? It releases blockages. So in terms of pain, sustained pain, it might get you, in terms of your quote-unquote pain tolerance, it might heighten that. So this is really good to do with breathwork. I'm going to do a workshop when many more members get this on their own. I will definitely do a workshop with you guys, because you know I don't suggest doing I forgot his name, Zhang Ji, or the founder of Padai, because he got arrested for quote-unquote manslaughter of an infant, doing Padai on the infant. So, you know, there's safer ways to do Padai, and when you do it, you definitely want to lock in the root, which is your pelvic floor, and just engage in your pelvic floor back and forth, because it sends a nice shock wave of, like the previous video we were talking about, the foundation, the quote-unquote root, the root of it all. Your root chakra is connected to all your chakras. It pulsates into your solar plexus, which is your stomach, which holds most trauma, and then radiates outwards. So I'm literally doing, you can't see it though, but I'm literally doing stomach vacuums while doing this. And there's many different breathwork techniques to make this more easier and less painful. Like your pain, I really don't like saying the word tolerance, because that's not what it really is. It's really just like the ice and the cold, you know. Muta Baruta, if anyone is familiar with that, with him, who's been walking around barefoot, giving speeches all around the world for 20 plus years, and someone asked him, what's it like going into really, really hot places and cold places when you're so barefoot? He's like, oh, hot and cold are literally the same thing. I'm like, he has a really good point. Like freeze burn, yeah, it's the same thing. But when you control your breathing, you're good. Peace, peace, peace. So that in itself is a form of alchemy. When you control your breathing, you know, you look at tolerance. You just want to get rid of the word tolerance in your quote unquote day-to-day life, because it's not tolerance. It's your awareness in terms of neuroplasticity and just continuously doing it. It's like a muscle. You're building up the muscle where, just like in the ice, and dealing with the ice or the heat. It's funny because coming here in Miami, this is the longest time I will ever be in heat weather. And as a kid, I've been going back and forth to Jamaica, and even with my partner, she's been here for 6 years. And since we're on the topic of alchemy, she's been here for 6 years, but she's been in Jersey for 6 years, coming from the Philippines, so she's dealing with a cold for all that time. And now we're finally here, and we're out there in the sun, and she's complaining a little bit, saying, I'm too hot. I'm like, you're not hot. Let's do some breath work. And we do breath work, and then she feels cool. Why is that? Well, you're getting your skin to breathe a certain way too, especially when you're only doing the nose. And it's like a balloon, but it's like a balloon that's happening to the pores. And when you do that, your pores gets to breathe, and then all that sun energy on you can literally redirect it up the spine and redirect the energy that way, where you don't feel hot anymore. I can be out in the sun as long as I want. It's not just because I'm melanated on the skin, because there are quote unquote people that look like me that still will get sunburned. And that was really evident, and that really smacked me in the face when a couple months ago I was standing in Walmart. I forgot what we were getting, but I was sitting in Walmart waiting for Jen, and she goes in the Walmart, and then the security guard comes in the car, and she goes, "Hey, where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Jersey." "Oh, you not hot? You are barefoot?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It's like, "You gonna get sunburned?" I'm like, it's all about your diet. It's not, and it all has to do with your diet. The sun is for you. It's not against you. It's there for a reason. It takes time to adjust because your normal breathing patterns are so ingrained in your subconscious, no pun intended, but relax and breathe through it. It's all about rhythm. Yes, and that's what Alchemy focuses on. To integrate it in your daily life, where your subconscious breaths are more healthier breaths than all those breaths you were taking beforehand. And coming the end of next week, hopefully before that, I will start. I'm going to start. I'm going to start mental breathwork. I'm going to start a mental breathwork course. It's going to be really thick. It's going to be part of my new book as well, Breath Consciousness Beyond Breathwork. So I'm going to make many different courses that correlates with the book. In terms of the book, just like the person who we had on live previously, like I told him, it's time to do instead of just reading. Do it, live it, be it, experience it. How long would you say it takes to make the transition adjusting your conscious to subconscious? 30 days. It takes 30 days to build a habit. There's your answer. And there's a number, 369. It's everywhere. And then the more you even breathe those patterns, and even beyond the 369 that I put out there, there's many different ratios in alchemy that we breathe, like pi. Pi is, I'm going to do a guided breath work for pi, because pi is very tricky. It's very interesting. But, it's when the breath doesn't feel mundane, because no one wants to do something where it's really boring. You want to do something that really excites you, right? And you want to do something, you want to have fun with the breath, and that is what alchemy breathwork is about. Having fun with the breath where it doesn't feel mundane. And when the body is happy and you're breathing happy in many different forms of reality, where you're taking that inward journey, where it's not like a quick dopamine effect or a quick rush, if you will. It's the journey will take time, but if you truly believe in your own willpower beyond any external things, that's worth it. That is worth it. That's worth it. What breathwork method would you recommend? Man, I fail after 12 hours. I fail after 12 hours. It's hard to stay conscious of the breathing with so many distractions. I'm gonna do this. Exactly. And that's why a lot of people say to me too, you know, I may have many techniques in the members group, but they like how I keep it simple and easy to follow. Depending on where you start, if you're gonna join the group, scroll all the way down. I'm gonna revamp everything in the group as well in terms of new procedures, including mental breathwork itself. But the mind is such a powerful map in itself that the breath, which is quote unquote the energy that sparks the brain, the quote unquote inspiration. If you have more quality inspiring energy, you will have more quality inspiring thoughts, and more inspiring thoughts will lead to more inspiring actions, will then create a ripple effect into your subconscious. And that's why even breathwork before bed, hopefully it's alkaline breaths only with the nose, sets a nice breathing pattern to someone who has sleep apnea or breathes with their mouth open to sleep, which you heighten your risk of heart attack. Look into that. Mouth breathing heightens your risk to heart attack. Look into it. It's there. All the evidence is there. So much evidence against mouth breathing itself. Why would I want to train myself to mouth breathe? That's not your highest potential. Your highest potential is working with the machine that was meant for breathing only. The machine that was meant for breathing only. And what machine is that? The nose. The nose that has the only tiny tube connecting to your pineal gland. The mouth doesn't. And that's why you can quote unquote over breathe with your mouth. And that will in itself create air hunger. Mouth breathing seems like a stress response to me. Yes, it does. If you look at dogs, you know, they don't have long lives and they breathe panting when they run and stuff. Nothing is coincidence. Who wants to go live and talk more about this? I have time. I got time. Heaven, hell. Heaven, hell. Heaven, hell. You eat gluttony. All gluttony comes from the mouth, not the nose, from the mouth. All gluttony, most gluttony, comes from the mouth. You eat in gluttony, it's all you do. Eat, 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 eat. And that's why people who even do breath work, some people who do keep on smoking, they most likely need to retrain to the point where they do so much nose breathing and heighten the awareness of what nose breathing really can provide beyond mouth breathing itself. You will strengthen certain neural pathways that's connected only with the nose to the different part of the brain, aka I wanted to say this for later, but Christ consciousness. Look, mouth is here. Really look at the symmetry here. The mouth is here. It's like you're cutting off the head. But when you create here, if I were to draw a line right here, what other line you see that connects? What other line do you see that connects straight to the nose? Here, and then you bridge right here. You see your hair, your eyebrows right here, right here. It's like it's pointing, so it's creating a bridge, and then right here, boom. What does that look like to you? Christ consciousness, right? 33 vertebrae up the spine, creating a loop. The mouth is made as an airway. When you inhale, some air will go straight to the brain, and the bigger the volume of your mouth is, the easier it is to circulate electrolytes that you won't lose from mouth breathing, and you can redigest that, and that is what is making alchemy what it is. Right on cue with the music. The nasal conch is a spiral. Yes, it is. You know that. No, my point is not breathing deeply. It's more than just breathing deeply. It's breath consciousness in itself. You know, many of us are only aware of just breathing deeply. Just like there's many different foods out there, there's many different types of breaths only with the nose out there, in terms of i.e. breath consciousness that many are not talking about. Codeman, all right. I really think about this. So many different mathematical equations it took for you to quote unquote be safe getting to a destination. Can you imagine the mathematical equations you can breathe in different patterns and how it affects your everyday life? Because we're filled with so many different stress factors. Don't you think there's so many different breathing patterns to amplify neuropathic ways where it doesn't feel mundane or stressful or boring? And that is what only breathing with the nose can really do. What is up, brother?
How you doing, my friend? How you doing? I'm having issues on my side. I can't really see myself, but that's all good.
No, I can see you. I saw you before.
Right.
There you go.
What's going on, my dude? So, I've just been really trying to listen, and I like the way you keep things simple. It's kind of funny because I've been really studying alchemy lately, varied forms. I've been trying to discover psychological and more emotional sides of it. And it's funny just because I've had a friend trying to tell me more about staying conscious of my breathing. And like I said, after about 12 hours, I usually lose my pattern. It's hard for me to stay conscious of it all. And, it's different things, kids, my baby, stuff kind of derails you. So I was kind of curious. You said you keep it simple. So, like, what simple methods do you apply to kind of keep people on that track of staying conscious of it?
I'll give you the basic version of what I teach in alchemy. Something simple as possible can just be the mantra saying, I'm breathing, I am 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 breathing, and continuously. And in alchemy, we go a little bit deeper in that aspect, but that's a simple, quick little tip I can give everybody.
Right.
I am
just
breathing.
On that path. Like, I know I'm not trying to have you reveal things that are,
I barely even have time to do that anyway. And like I said, there's really hundreds of hours in the members group. So that'll just give you an idea in that aspect for real. But I am breathing, or just inhale as you inhale, and as you exhale, and literally synchronize with the movement itself. So you're not lying to yourself as well. The breath is the truth. The breath is the realest it could ever get.
And it's kind of funny that you say that, because by thinking about that, it's like, when you're in dangerous situations, what does your breath naturally do? You start to bring in air real fast because, you got to move. So, your body naturally starts to kind of react to whatever situation you're in. So it makes sense. So the breath will tell you what's going on. Appreciate that.
No problem, brother.
Yeah.
So where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm actually currently in Orlando, but I live in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, you're like 30 minutes away from me, actually.
Yeah, man, on a good day when the traffic ain't tripping.
True.
Yeah, you get down there in Miami, boy. Don't leave anywhere near traffic hours. You're going to be there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to have an event soon. With a bunch of sound healers, different instruments playing all at once while we're doing breath work. And, the sound in itself was my aha moment that really, like, pushed me into just being on liquids. And it's funny because one of the sound healers that was playing on me, when he went to not get certified, but go up another level in his sound teachings, his teacher told him that if you want your clients to get the deepest experience, have them fast on liquids for the day. And I've been on liquids for about a year and a half now, going 100% from 80%. And you can just absorb so much from the sound in that aspect and different breathing patterns to just absorb the sound. And the sound of the Tibetan bowls was definitely my aha moment where, like, yeah, you really can absorb a lot of energy out there if you want to.
I'm actually very happy you said that because recently I went through a sound therapy certification and I actually just now starting my journey on sound healing. And I got one of my little drums with me here, but that's all I really carry with me. My singing bowls, because they're crystal, I don't like to drag around. They're delicate.
You have crystal bowls?
Yeah, I have one set right now. I'm working on expanding because, I'm trying to get into the market of it. A lot of people have cheap things out there, so you got to find good buyers, find quality stuff, and it's cheap.
Would you be interested in joining the event?
Depending on the day, yeah. What day are you going to be doing it?
I don't know yet. I'm literally just adding people every day. I'm just trying to get as much.
You got my name, so just shoot me a DM with whatever info when it's solid, and I'll try to make it out there.
Yeah, shoot me a DM because I have to add you into the Instagram group.
Okay, no problem. As soon as we're off of this, I'll send you something. Yeah,
send me a DM, and there's gonna be, if you know any more violinists, any more other sound bowl healers in the area that can make it to Miami.
It's funny. All the people that I know are always further up north, so I'm gonna see if there's anyone who can travel down. But I'll see if I can stir up some people for sure.
Yeah, definitely let me know. There's gonna be violinists, flutists. Hang drums are going to be there, so if you know anyone that hang drums too, for sure. Singing bowls, crystal bowls, just all of that, all into one space. It's going to be definitely closed. I want it to be closed so the acoustics just vibrate and echoes back and forth. And that is going to be a wet sound bath. A super wet sound bath. That's a sound bath.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I go to many different quote-unquote sound baths, and I'm like, man, I feel like all the other sound healers, like, they know another sound healer, so why not just, I've never really seen that, like, in person at least, like, whole bunch of bowls and violin music all in one room. Come on, why not? That is powerful. That's powerful. All I'm going to do is I'm going to have just a speaker and just leading the breath, and you'll hear the breath, and people can just follow in and just absorb all the music coming from everywhere. I think I'm gonna set everyone in twos, so different corners with different instruments together, and so it's all in focusing in one. I'll bring the pyramid as well too, so that'll amplify everything.
That's copper, right?
Yeah, this is copper.
I gotta get me one of those. It's clean.
Yeah, I have a 5'1" and an 8 feet one. I think I'm just gonna bring both, depending on how the space big the space is. So, if you also know a good spot as well that we can look into together as a group, definitely post that in the group when I add you, for sure.
Because you're trying to keep it indoors, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it indoors. So maybe it might be 100 people or more, because I literally added people from all over, and people are willing to even fly over. So I have one person that really wants to fly over here and do that.
Okay. Definitely gonna keep it in mind. Start putting that into the intention and see what comes through.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
brother.
Appreciate it, bro.
Well, thank you for sharing the breath and coming on here, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get at you too about your one-on-one sessions, but we can talk about that later.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it, brother. Have a good night. Peace. Oh, where will this happen? This will happen in Miami, most likely. Yeah, this will definitely happen in Miami. I think we have about over 15 sound healers already. I think the max, I'm just going to cap it off at maybe 20, but if more people can just pop in, I would not mind. And just getting a big venue. It's for 2 hours. It's going to be a 2-hour event. And that'd be epic. That would be epic. Epic. How much was your pyramid? A friend who sells pyramids on his site are charging $1,800. I thought that was ridiculously expensive. Schedule one for Gulf Coast if you can. When is it? Oh, it's in November. Dane, I created the pyramid. The pyramids I have are a lot less than 1,800. So if anyone I'm still selling the pyramids for sure. So, by the way, you're gonna have to wait 3 to 4 months for it because COVID is messing up shipping. So I'm working with a copper company in India, and they send and apply and assemble everything together, including a beautiful organite piece that we agreed on shipping with the pyramid as well. So that's going to take 3 to 4 months. If anyone is interested in the pyramid, let me know. DM me. For sure. Does anyone else want to go live? And that's alchemy, man. This whole thing has been about alchemy. That's beautiful in terms of absorbing more of the sound. When you do breath work, and you can play loud, the speaker as loud as possible, go right next to the speaker and do breath work, or it's like sit in front of the speaker and do breath work, because all sound really is, it's just composites of air coming together to create sound. I'll go live. Okay, let's see how much time I have. I'm running low on time. Grant, I'm gonna have to split this one too. All right, I have no problems with that. Let's go live. I sent a request. Hello.
What is up?
What's going on? How are you?
I am currently cleaning mushrooms.
Aha.
Got quite the bounty today. Yeah.
Are they wild?
Yeah, so I went foraging. I live in Chicago, and I met this guy who's like, he has Instagram. Eat the Neighborhood is his Instagram, but he's one of the people who've been foraging in Chicago the longest. So he's been teaching me about the local mushrooms, and we found quite a bit. Yeah, I got my taki. I'll show you. These are my taki. Got chicken of the woods. These are reishi, oyster, artist conch. This is a lion's mane relative. These are aborted entaloma. So yeah, got quite the bounty. Little puffballs. Working on cleaning them up, getting the bugs out.
Yeah, when I was 80%, mushroom. I used to have mushroom tea, like lion's mane. That used to be my favorite.
Yeah, lion's mane's
So
great.
we're talking about alchemy. You want to chime in on that?
Sure. So, yeah, someone earlier was talking about like emotional alchemy, and that's like the type of alchemy like that's resonated with me in my own experience. And to me, like alchemy, it's obviously turning like something lesser into gold, right? Like something less valuable. And how I see it is kind of with experiences. So, like if you have an experience that could so-called be perceived as negative, um, like turning that into a positive and fruitful experience. And it's all to me in how you respond to the experience, and kind of like the like without mud you can't have a lotus type thing. So taking like all these like traumatic or stressful experiences in life and turning it into something that can help you grow. And in the way that you respond, if you respond with love to a hard situation, with acceptance, with forgiveness, then it transforms like your energy into like a higher, more loving energy. And you can use all of those experiences and transform all this darkness into light by changing the nature of the experience. Because even if it's a negative experience, you can respond with forgiveness or acceptance, which transforms it into a positive experience.
That's beautiful. Yeah, anything anything that just expresses your emotion without force, that's a powerful time to pause, if you will, real quick, and transmute that, like you were saying, with love, or a lesson, if you will, for growth. And anything, whatever it is, maybe it can even be a laughter. It doesn't have to be negative all the time. It can be a laughter in itself, and you can utilize that moment, that's something that genuinely made you laugh, and redirect that energy towards something you're creating, or in the midst of creating, or where you want to go in terms of direction in your life, for sure. And many of, quote unquote, for example, the entertainment industry is good at doing that. People who are aware, let's take Jim Carrey, for instance. I'm pretty sure he's aware in terms of, I was listening to an interview about the power of laughter, and creating a positive impact that way. And he utilized that in his darkest times to transmute into something better.
Right. Yeah, and also like your perspective is the nature of an experience. Like the experience itself does not define what it is. It's how you perceive it. And you can perceive that in any way and transform it into whatever lesson or experience or experience you'd like to have.
Beautiful. Let's see what people appreciate you too. Laughing is a healing. Indeed it is. How can I get your tincture with lion mane? Someone asked. Are you selling those, by the way?
I am not. This is actually not lion's mane. It is like relative of lion's mane, but this is actually all I have of the lion's mane. So if anyone's in Chicago, I'm happy to give you some for free if you want to come pick it up. But other than that, I'm not selling.
She's not gonna ship it out to you.
But come pick it up if you're around.
Well, it was beautiful having you on here. I'm gonna go.
For sure.
I might
Have
go
a good
live.
night.
I might go live after this again. But it was a pleasure meeting you.
You as
Thank
well.
you for coming
Thank
on,
you.
and you're always welcome to come on anytime. Peace.
Grand Rising Devon, what's up, my brother? I just wanted to give you a little testimonial. I was skateboarding the other day, really huffing and puffing, and I stopped and did your Alchemy breath that you taught the Awakening Champions group, and instantaneously I was recuperated and ready to go some more. Quite amazing, bro. Good work. Sending lots of love. Let's connect sometime soon. Peace.